Right now, there are 50 million people who consider themselves creators. After a decade of watching YouTubers, Instagram influencers, and Twitch streamers earn a lucrative living doing what they love, it's no wonder that kids today would rather grow up to be a creator, or like a YouTuber, instead of an astronaut. Hi, my name is Allie, and I, like those 50 million other people, am a creator. And I've been a professional creator for about 6 years at this point, live streaming video games on Twitch, creating a YouTube channel, doing social media, and most recently fostering a community around my social token, Allie Coin. In this video, we're going to help you understand what being a creator really even means and how an entire economy was built around supporting creators. And then we'll take a look at some of the major flaws in this creator economy and how Web3 can actually help solve some of those issues. And then we'll end with a glimpse into the future of the creator economy. All right, let's start with the basics. What is a creator? Now, this might seem simple, but it's actually a little bit more complex than you might think. So most of us think of creators as media producing personalities, like YouTubers, Twitch streamers, social media influencers, that kind of thing. But creators are actually a lot more diverse than that. Creators are people who generate experiences that bring together communities of like-minded people. And the mediums at which they bring people together doesn't necessarily need to be video. It could be music, art, photography, social events, text. It could be anything really. And it doesn't have to be online either. However, virtual experiences generally are more effective when bringing people together because it means that the communities are not bound by geographical region or by physical ability. Creators can be amateurs, hobbyists, or of course, professionals. And fortunately, there are fans of those creators that are willing to pay for the content, products, community interactions, or anything exclusive that's offered by said creator. And from that, sponsors are then willing to pay for access to that creator's community. And then in turn, creators are willing to pay, work for, or partner for access to those new potential fans or sponsorships. And this whole web of interactions created an entirely new economy called the creator economy. In order to succeed professionally as a creator, you must become an entrepreneur, right? You got to become your own boss, your own CEO, and essentially do all of these different jobs that go into running a company by yourself, at least in the beginning before you see enough success to where you can hire other people and outsource help. And doing all of these different jobs, whether it's like, you're the creator, the talent, the editor, doing the finances, the marketing, wearing all of these different hats can seemingly feel impossible. It can lead to burnout, and oftentimes the quality of the content can suffer because the creator is spreading themselves so thin, right? So in order to help mitigate that and help creators, there have been a whole bunch of other businesses that offer products and services to help them run their business. And this relationship between the creators and the businesses that help them make up the creator economy. Some say the true birthday of the creator economy was in December of 2007. This was when YouTube started sharing its advertising revenue with creators. This was really the first time that people sat back and realized, wow, I could actually upload content to the internet and get paid for this. And that really changed everything. Later, we saw Instagram influencers get paid to advertise products and services to the gram. And then we saw Twitch really roll out the full-fledged partnership program, right? You became a partner on Twitch, you got your subscriber button, and from that, you were really able to make solid revenue from that. And then later, in the platform wars, at least with live streaming, YouTube, Mixer, Facebook, Twitch, they started offering exclusivity deals where, if you stream a certain amount of hours on our platform and run a certain amount of ads, you'll get extra money beyond your subscriptions. And that was huge for creators as well, because that really kickstarts, running your business, having that stability in the finances to flourish as a creator. Today, each of these massive content platforms, as well as some of the newer ones like TikTok, strive to be one-stop shops for creators. They want to offer all these different solutions to keep the creators on their platform, to keep creating on their platform, I guess I should say. That's why we've seen Instagram steal stories from Snapchat, or the short form content like Reels and now YouTube Shorts. We've seen Twitter try their hand at stories, get rid of stories, and now they're all in on the Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces, right? They want to offer all of these different things to have the creators stick with them. And in return, they ask for certain commitments. And many of these commitments seem pretty reasonable at first glance. But the reality is that some of these commitments can actually be pretty detrimental to the creator, to their career, to their mental health, and even to the community, the creators' community of fans. In recent years, algorithms for suggesting content to viewers on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and other massive content platforms favor creators who produce a ton of content. So the amount of streaming hours or video uploads required to stay in the spotlight and therefore, of course, maintain your income has led to something that we call creator burnout, which is a major mental health crisis that affects a lot of creators today. There are third-party companies that have come to the rescue with solutions that offer quality over quantity, but have unfortunately been blocked by a new challenge, and that is community ownership. Creators are starting to realize that they're essentially just renting their audiences from these massive content platforms, therefore making it very difficult to transition or take the following that they've built for years to something else that they find more ethical or more lucrative, or simply something that just works better for them. So now we've got hundreds of thousands of creators stuck in these massive content platforms, enslaved to the suggestion algorithms, and subject to the rule changes of the platform that they really don't have any power to influence at all. An example of this community ownership dilemma, just from personal experience, I remember when Ninja left Twitch to take a deal with Mixer, Twitch started promoting other channels on Ninja's live stream. And Ninja obviously had a ton of backlash on that, saying that these millions of followers, they're mine, I built them. And Twitch, essentially is like, well, no, they're actually our followers. So that's an interesting dynamic that really makes us think, is like, who owns these followers? And it's a major problem that we're seeing today. Creators have risen up time and time again in response to these platforms. We first saw it in 2015 with Vine, when Vine refused to prioritize content monetization. We then saw it again in 2017 when people boycotted YouTube and their poor advertising methods and policies, an event commonly referred to as the adpocalypse, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. This actually happened on 4 separate occasions. And more recently, in 2021, there was the huge backlash with OnlyFans when they made changes to their policies. The community and the creators fought back so aggressively that they essentially reverted the changes almost immediately. Throughout 2021, in hopes of easing creator distrust, a lot of these platforms came out with the narrative that they would be shifting their focus to prioritizing creators and putting them first. Some of them even launched creator funds in the hundreds of millions of dollars with vows to support these creators. Some of these funds have not yet resulted in sustainable solutions, so some speculate that this may have been a tactic to silence disgruntled creators and even attract thousands of new ones, a phenomenon called creator washing. Truthfully, many of these platforms really have gotten a lot better with how they've treated their content creators over the years. But no matter how lucrative and well-designed these partnership programs become, these platforms will essentially always be walled gardens. They may offer wonderful opportunities for creators and their communities, but if a creator cannot leave the platform without ditching a very significant portion of their community, which is their lifeblood as a creator, then creators will never reach the career sustainability and the mental wellness that they deserve. Fortunately, the Web3 world does offer solutions to these problems that could result in more democratized opportunity and community ownership than was ever possible before. Very quickly, I'd like to go over the 3 generations of the internet: Web 1, Web 2.0, and Web 3. Web 1 was static and read-only, like a basic website. And Web 2.0 introduced dynamic pages that could be interacted with. This led to things like social media and these content platforms that we've been talking about. And Web 3 is a decentralized internet. Now, there are probably many attributes that I could talk about in terms of Web 3, but today I want to focus on 3 different things that I think could really help create solutions in the creator economy. And that would be DAOs, tokenized economies, and interoperability. DAOs are decentralized autonomous organizations, or in more simple words, they're online communities of people that collectively own, manage, and contribute to a particular solution or product. The difference between DAOs and most traditional organization is that there is no central leader, hence the term decentralized. Any type of business in Web3 can operate as a DAO, including content platforms. Creators and even their fans can actually take ownership in the content platforms. They can help define the rules, and they could even vote on each decision that the business makes. Imagine the transparency, equitable opportunity, and true democracy that really could come about by these platforms being organized as DAOs. For the first time, these platforms could be creator first without concerns about trust. They could be open to any creators all around the world with rules agreed upon by everyone and applied equally to everyone, enforced and moderated by a community that is incentivized by true ownership. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, that sounds great, but there's no way that YouTube, Facebook, or Meta, I should say, Twitter are going to completely restructure, these multi-billion-dollar companies into DAOs. And I hear you. But there was a time when I thought that Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube were the kings of social media, and there was no other platform that could pop up and become a major player. And then TikTok popped up and completely took the world by storm. So I do actually think that there is a world in the future where a decentralized social media site could actually dominate as quickly as something like TikTok did. That includes these rules that we're talking about. The next attribute of Web3 that I think will be really beneficial to creators is tokenized economies. So let me first explain the concept of tokenization. Tokenization is the process of issuing blockchain-based tokens that are stored and traded in the digital world. Tokens can be issued for all sorts of things, including real-world items. So that could be art, the certificates to your house, like a house deed, concert tickets, music files themselves. You can tokenize pretty much anything, including labor, and they can also be used to represent fragmented ownership in a particular community or business. And so when we apply this concept of tokenization to an ecosystem of products and services, that's when we get a tokenized economy. Allie Coin, which is my community's social token, is an example of a tokenized economy. You can purchase Allie Coin using other currencies, but you also can just earn it by participating in my economy. So that could be earning Allie by winning some of my video game tournaments that I put on, or helping with moderation, or I've just given away Allie for various things like giveaways. There are ways to earn it by participating in my economy. Like Allie, most other tokens can just be purchased by using other currencies, but the most valuable use of these tokens is as a form of compensation for valuable community engagement. So let me give you a few examples here. Say you have your favorite content creator and you decide to share one of their new YouTube videos with your friends and family. And as thanks for that valuable engagement, the creator issues you some of their tokens. Or let's use a live streaming example with my moderators, right? I have moderators that help keep out the riffraff when I'm live streaming on Twitch. And as a thanks for contributing, I could just give them cash, or I could give them Allie, which really represents ownership in the community and my economy. In many cases, these tokens enable participation in DAOs, which means you could be earning real economic value, all while improving your online experience. For creators like me, a tokenized economy means that we get to earn a lucrative living doing what we love, as our interests as well as our community's interests change over time. It means that we can distribute some of the responsibility or labor to some of our biggest supporters and fans to hopefully mitigate that creator burnout that we talked about, so we have better mental health, as well as freeing up some of that mental space to enhance our creativity. The result should be better quality content, more diverse, and maybe even more lucrative revenue streams, as well as immersive community experiences. Now moving on to the third attribute of Web3 that I find really promising for creators, and that is interoperability. It's quite a mouthful of a word, so let's break it down. Inter means between, oper means work, and ability, well, we probably should know what ability means, but the means to do something, I guess what you're capable of. So if we break this down for Web3, it means the ability for things to work across different settings. In Web2, if you follow me on Instagram, you don't also follow me on YouTube, right? You have to go separately to YouTube and follow me there. So imagine if every account you created, currency, item, or title that you earned could be instantly functional as you hopped across different online ecosystems, including content platforms. This is what the interoperability of Web3 can enable us to do. It's really cool. As we move through different products and services within the creator economy, we can take our communities with us. No longer will us creators be stuck behind these massive barriers that exist on the major platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. We can simply choose the best solutions for our communities, and if for whatever reason something goes awry and that solution changes for the worse, we can jump to the best alternative and not worry about losing the following that we've built on these platforms for years and years. As a fan of a creator, the interoperability of Web3 means that you get to maintain your value and your status as you move through the various platforms that the creator might be on, which should allow for better user experience as well as more prideful interactions. And for token economies, interoperability means that you can earn on your favorite platform. Imagine how cool that would be to simply earn for utilizing the platform, watching the content, and then being able to take those rewards anywhere else online. Say you earn Allie by participating in one of my tournaments, and then you're able to take that Allie coin and use it for getting a new skin in your favorite video game, or investing in a DAO that you're excited about, or even something like paying your rent. I'm sure by now I've definitely got some of your wheels turning about what this future of Web3 could look like for creators and their communities. Now, I know that this all won't happen overnight. There's a lot that needs to be built, but for the sake of ending this video, and if you got this far, thank you, let's imagine what this future of the creator economy could look like. So, to review, we talked about the broad definition of what a creator is, and what benefits could happen from moving some of the Web 2.0 products and services that exist now in the creator economy over to Web3 alternatives. As fast and reliable internet becomes more globally accessible, creators from all over the world in every niche interest should be able to earn a living doing what they love. And those creators hopefully could earn that living not necessarily by having hundreds of thousands of YouTube subscribers, but by having 1,000 true fans, or potentially even less than that. And more than that, these creators really will, I think, be the leaders of our transition into the metaverse. And with the decentralized structure that DAOs provide, as well as the decentralized ownership, you could be leading the charge alongside us creators. With tokenized economies, by simply helping foster better experiences and contribute to online communities that we love, some of us may not even need to work jobs in the traditional sense that might make us unhappy, and instead earn by contributing to something that we really love. And because of the interoperability of Web3, we'll be able to take our valuables with us across various experiences and communities that should hopefully allow our relationships to deepen and thrive as we move through the metaverse and the real world as well. The future of the creator economy is really a collection of smaller creator economies. I see it as a happier world where we get to celebrate ingenuity, creativity, passion, and kindness, where everyone is on an even playing field that gets to participate and hopefully can succeed in a community of any size. I'm really curious to hear about some of your visions for the future of the creator economy. And if you'd like to join my community, especially the Allie Coin community, as there's a huge focus of Web3 and blockchain there, the link to our Discord and all of my socials and stuff like that are in the description. And there are lots of topics that I touched on today, and this really was inspiration from reading a lot of brilliant articles from other people as well that are contributing to the conversation. So if you'd like to take a deeper dive and read some of those articles, please check the description as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, I hope it potentially taught you something that you didn't know about the creator economy or what creators go through, and hopefully inspired you about a future of what Web3 could look like for creators. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.